remember when they doubted me. It was you who said you proud of me. The star that I was born to be was like you had the master key. My heart was always fiending for the girl who had me dreaming. Not the stress, but just the meaning. And for you, I drown my demons. Man, those bus rides to the city had me thinking, am I on the right route? Is it fame that I'm sinking? Mama's life that needs some cleaning, or the pain that keep on screaming? I just want some healing. You know them layers I heard be peeling. This lifestyle is appealing to them girls who have no feeling. While you watch with who you dealing, they all capable of stealing. See how Satan get to reeling.
Like I always say,
stay for us.
no, I don't. You always say, more gang or no gang.
We out this thing. What's up, YouTube? It's your girl Monique back with another video. Today I asked you guys a lot of questions, you know, just for advice, if you guys need advice on certain things. And I feel like we're a community, so we should be able to help each other out when it comes to certain things. I have all your questions in this phone, but first, before I wanted to start that, guess what, guys? The moment has come. The lip scrub and the lip balm, the whole lip system is here, and it's called a really good lip scrub and a really good lip balm. And it's amazing, you guys. Like, I really, I've been working so hard on this project for so long. The lip scrub, so it's like this, and it's vanilla bean, and I'll show you guys the texture of it. So it's a creamy, gritty texture. And I'll do like a routine on it, but pretty much it's gonna soften, moisturize, and like heal your your lips of any like any type of, like, you know, dryness or cracked skin or anything like that. It moisturizes it really well. It's also gonna lighten your lips, like, and it's good for people that smoke, pigmentation issues. I went and got my lips lightened a long time ago in Houston, and it really didn't. It did. I don't know if it really worked too much or not, but I feel like I could use some more. I could use some more lightening. And I think mine comes from just being like really dry, because my lips are really dry. I don't consistently put like a lip balm on it, but I wanted to create something that works well for people with dry lips as well. And then people with soft lips to maintain the softness. So you scrub that in for like 2 to 3 minutes, or like 30 seconds, and you leave it on for like 2 to 3 minutes. So you guys can order this, and I'll put the link up pretty soon, but it's called a really good lip scrub, and the lip balm is amazing, a really good lip balm. So, okay, let's get into some of these questions. I'm gonna let this sit for about 2 to 3 minutes. So, one of the questions you guys asked me was how to deal with depression. And I will say there is no right or wrong way to deal with it, but I would say to put yourself, or constantly think about things that make you happy, or that try to make you happy, or that you feel will put you in a happy space, or do things that make you happy, go places that make you happy. I know depression it's different for everyone, but I think it's a state of mind. So it's just like if you're constantly around whatever's causing you to be depressed, or if you're constantly thinking about the thoughts that are making you depressed, I feel it's a state of being still. I think if you just get out and start doing stuff, traveling if you can, going for walks, stuff like that, I think that helps immensely with depression. I'm not like a doctor or anything, so I can't give any correct answers, but I can tell you what works for me. Parents, you know, grown-ups, we get depressed as well as teenagers do, you know, like it doesn't matter how old you are at all. But I would just say, just think happy thoughts, try to put, you know, watch things that make you happy, you know, and it's definitely a road to getting out of being depressed, but just knowing probably what's making you depressed is half the journey, and trying to get away from that. What do you do to show a man you're submissive? My thoughts on that are, I think it's a team effort. I think it's a two-way street. I don't think the woman should be just this submissive person to a man, nor should a man be this submissive person to a woman. I think that both parties in the relationship should be submissive to each other in things that they know would make the other person happy, or you know your partner. So if they want to be treated a certain way, or they know certain things, or certain things make them happy, do those things. And same, it should go both ways. So it's definitely a level of respect and just knowing your partner. Next question. What should I do if the woman I love doesn't appreciate me? Should I move on? If a person in general doesn't appreciate you, I don't think there's room for growth in that situation. I think that it's one of those things where, you know, relationships are tricky because, you know, they go through ups and downs, and sometimes you're happy, sometimes you're not. Sometimes you feel appreciated, sometimes you don't. So like, it could just be a moment of not feeling appreciated. And I don't, you know, maybe it's just something you should talk to your partner about. Just say, hey, I don't really feel appreciated right now. This is why, or these are the things that I'm going through. You know, can we work through this? Can we talk about it? You know, a lot of, like 90% of relationships are communication, because, you know, some relationships work and some of them don't work, you know, and sometimes we try to force things that aren't supposed to work. And sometimes we try to, you know, and sometimes we could prematurely leave a situation that could possibly work, you know. So it just depends. Like, there's no right or wrong answer, but in that sense, definitely a conversation. And if it's an ongoing thing, then maybe you should move on and go where you feel appreciated. You know, that's how I feel. What do you do when someone breaks up with you? When someone breaks up with you, it's definitely a case of rejection, you know, because it's just like, okay, somewhere in your mind, you might feel like, okay, I'm not good enough, or I'm not, you know, I did something wrong to where this person doesn't want to be with me. If a person breaks up with you, maybe it's just time to move on. And again, go where you feel appreciated, go where you feel loved, go where you feel wanted, and where you can reciprocate those same things to someone else that you feel deserves it. If someone really likes you, are they ever too busy to talk to you? Yes, absolutely. In my relationship, sometimes Mike and I are extremely busy. You know, like when he's filming something, he can be, or writing a treatment, he's really busy. You know, he might not have time to talk in situations like that. But if it's an ongoing situation, like, oh, they never have time, like never, that's a little weird. Yeah, you might want to move on in that situation. But yeah, there are times where people get busy, but not all the time, you know. I don't know what to do for a living. I just know I want to be successful and help my family out. That's like the majority of us, you know, even me sometimes, like I'm doing YouTube, but you know, like, okay, what else is there? You know, like it's a journey of ongoing trying to find out who you are, self-discovery. You're going to find out things you love, things you absolutely don't like, and you just go with your passion, and then the money will come and you'll be able to help your family out. Tips on starting your own business. Tips on starting your own business. Find out what it is you want to do, what you want to be in business for. Secure the business name, create the website, and just get the product and go for it. Create a target date in which you want to release your project and just do it. Because the more that you sit on an idea, the faster someone else will take that idea. And I feel like this. One of my friends told me once, like, God gives us gifts. And sometimes his gift to us is an idea. And if you don't use that idea, he'll give it to someone else. Have you ever looked at something and was like, oh my God, I thought of that. You know, like I should have did that. I thought about that before. That's the gift that God gave you, the idea that God gave you that you didn't use. So he gave it to someone else and they acted upon it. So if you feel something, like feel strongly about something, go ahead and go for it. Like, I'm gonna tell you what happened with this lip scrub, right? So Deshae came over one day and he was like, Mom, he was like doing auditions. He wanted just his face to look a little bit more brighter, you know, stuff, you know. He was just like, Mom, do you know of I need a really good lip scrub. Do you know a really good lip scrub? And I was like, dang, that's actually a good idea. I think I'm gonna create a really good lip scrub for you. You know, like I could find you one, but you know, so ever since he came over and said that, I've been working on this. See, guys? I've been working on this, and you know, has all natural ingredients. And then I was just like, oh, but after the lip scrub, you need a lip balm. So I was like, so I created a really good lip balm. So I think, you know, when you come up with those type of ideas and just like things spontaneously, like, ooh, just act on it and do it. And you can't go wrong for trying, you know. That's my advice on that. Do you believe advice we give our kids should come from God because what we say may not be the right thing? That's a good question. I think in certain instances, like I know with me and my kids, there are certain instances where I have to go pray about something before I have a conversation with some of my kids. If it may be difficult for that person, I kind of like, I'll stop and just pray about it first and ask God to give me the words to say, you know, or to show me how to bring this to one of my kids or something like that. But as far as advice, I think it's all trial and error. You know, like I was brought up how I was brought up, you know. My mom, oh, that's actually the next question. So yeah, so I think definitely as parents, you know, we should pray about things, how to be the best parents we can to our kids, how to deal with their personalities according. Like I tell Brooklyn, Deshae, Melma all the time. Like Brooklyn will be like, oh, you didn't do that to Deshae. You don't treat Melma like that. I don't, because they're different kids. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's like Deshae saying, hey, you didn't do that to Brooklyn. You didn't do that. They're all different kids. They all have different personalities. I don't treat them the same because they're not the same person. So like I may express something to Brooklyn a little bit more gentlier than I would to Mel Mel, because Mel Mel's personality can accept a certain type of way that I communicate with him, whereas Brooklyn she might not be able to handle a certain type of way that I talk to her. So, you know, it's tricky, and what it is just learning how to adapt and learning how to adjust and navigate through the personalities of your kids. So sometimes you guys be online saying, oh, you treat Brooklyn like this or treat Brooklyn like that. Like I love all my kids the same, but I do treat them differently because I have to treat them differently. They're different people. And that's what we fail to realize. I don't love any of them more than I love the others. I just have to approach them different about different situations. You know, like Amari, he gets pissed off about certain things I might say to him. Whereas Brooklyn, she'll laugh and we'll make fun of it. You know, we'll make fun of like a certain way I communicate with her. So it's like I have to treat them according to their personality. And that can be tough sometimes, you know. How do you deal with failing mom and daughter relationships? I think just a relationship between a mom and daughter, and I'm learning this because it appears that it's failing, not necessarily means that it's failing. I think in certain instances, I think that it may be challenged or being challenging, or it's growing, because there's a certain thing called like tough love. There's a certain thing called growing pains, you know. And with Brooklyn, and you guys probably seen the incident online that me and Brooklyn had the other day. And I was completely like just tired and fed up, you know. Like, you guys know Brooklyn is like, she is like my friend. We're like friends, but I also am her mother, and she knows that as well. I've always allowed my kids, me growing up, my mom's never let me be expressive. She never let me ask questions. She never let me express myself. So I was so insecure and I wasn't confident. I couldn't speak my mind. Like, you know, there's things that could have happened to me or that has happened to me because I was afraid to speak up, you know. I never wanted my kids like that. I wanted them to have a voice. I wanted them to be able to protect themselves. I didn't want them to be like in situations where they were like maybe molested or something, to where they were afraid to talk about it and afraid to stop the person from doing certain things. You know, I wanted them to be confident and be secure in their voice, to where they can be like, no, this isn't right. This doesn't feel right. Stop. Or, you know, someone's bothering their friend and they feel, you know, like they don't feel like it's right. I wanted them to be able to stand up for themselves and protect their friends and protect their family and protect each other. And I can't do that if I don't let them. I always felt, you know, like this is my first time. Everyone's first time being a mom is everyone's, you know, we all try the best we can at being parents. But I always felt like, okay, I'm going to let my kids be expressive and let them say how they feel about stuff, you know, which sometimes comes off as disrespectful. And sometimes it is disrespectful, you know, but me as a mom, sometimes I can be disrespectful too. So I don't just say, oh, just my kids are disrespectful. Yeah, sometimes I can be just as disrespectful to them as they are to me. I don't believe that, you know, don't talk to me like that or whatever, because I'm your mom, I'm your parent, I brought you into this world. Like, I feel like kids aren't asked to, you know, they're not asked to be here. No one's asked to be brought into this world. So it's just like, in order to get respect, you have to give it as well. So I constantly check myself in certain situations. And situation with me in Brooklyn, you know, she took her feelings online and we weren't talking through text anymore. I don't know, it just kind of stopped talking through text. So she said how she felt, and I just, you know, I felt not attacked, but I felt like you know, everyone's like, oh, you're too old to express how you feel. You're too old to go to the internet, whatever. I'd understand we're an internet family. Like, and it doesn't make it right. It doesn't make it right, but we're human. You know what I'm saying? We're human. So there are instances where I may feel like, okay, I'm hurting right now. I may feel depressed because of how my kids are, or because of the things they do, or how much they require from me, or how much, you know, like parents go through stuff too when it comes to kids. We never stop worrying about our kids. We never stop wanting the best for them. Never. So it's an ongoing like thing. So yes, sometimes like when Brooklyn's sad, or when she's like not feeling it, and where Deshay's not feeling it, when Mel's not feeling it, I don't feel it either. You know, I'll be depressed too. Like, I'll get sad too about something. And sometimes I'll just wake up like not in a good mood, and I'll hit up Deshay like, are you good? Everything okay with you? Because I feel kind of weird. Like, I don't feel good today. Just want to make sure you're okay. Because, you know, regardless, me and my kids are really connected. Same with Deshay. I'll put them in a group text. Are you guys good? You know, I just want to make sure that the feeling that I have isn't coming from any of you guys being sad, because I can take on that sometimes, you know, and sometimes me trying to protect my kids so much can look a little aggressive, you know, but you got to understand too, they do come to me about a lot of stuff. So when they do come to me and they're like, oh, this world is so bad, this, I take note to those things. So it's just like, okay, here's my advice on that. You're asking me for advice, so here's my advice on that. This is what I think you should do. And then when it's just like, when it's, I'll say it like this. Everyone has to learn on their own. But me as a mom, when I was growing up as a teenager, and the type of relationship I was in, I did not tell my mom everything, because I know sometimes there wasn't any coming back from certain things if I told her. So I didn't tell her, you know, because I knew like, I can't tell my parents this, because it might hurt them, or they might not accept this person back, you know. So a lot of stuff, if I felt like I was gonna go back in, you know, a relationship or whatever, I just didn't tell my parents about it, you know. I just dealt with it on my own. But mind you, you know, I think that I'm, you know, my kids, we're all each other have, you know, like at the end of the day, we're online, we're on the internet, you know, there's a lot of outside advice, there's a lot of outside comments, there's all that stuff, you know, but at the end of the day, who we really have really are each other, you know. So as far as failing mom and daughter relationships, I don't think that they fail. I think that they get challenged, and you have to work through them. You know, you have to work through them and just continuously love each other, you know, and then, you know, they eventually get better, you know, because it's just maturity and conversation, just like any other relationship. How do you handle raising Brooklyn? Same thing. She's a girl, and you know, she's very passionate, and I'm very passionate too, but she's very, very passionate about everything. So I just deal with her very delicately. I do. Sometimes, you know, being aggressive with Brooklyn, it doesn't help. So that's why I am the way with her. I am how I am with her. You know, but one thing about her, she does listen to me, and she just needs time to think about certain things. And then I just need to express things to her in a way, in a form of communication that she's comfortable with. So it's definitely just, parenting is not, I'm the mom, you're the kid. That's not, it doesn't work like that, you know. And the kids, this generation these days, you know, they know, you know, they feel certain things that they feel aren't right, and they will express it. You know, it's a very expressive generation. So I'm learning that, you know. So I love her though. You know, it's amazing having a daughter. And then I have another daughter coming up, you know. I love having two girls. I get to do it all over again, you know. It's a thing. You know, being a boy mom is a thing, and being a girl mom is definitely a thing as well. How do you know when a guy loves you? How do you know when a guy loves you? I think you can just feel it. You can feel it. I think it's a feeling. It's definitely actions as well, but it's more so of a feeling, I think, personally. Like, it's the little things, like, you know, someone caring about your well-being, how you slept, if you ate, stuff like that. You know, not so much materialistic things, but just like, you know, how's your heart doing? Is there anything I could help you with? Those are kind of statements, like, those are, to me, are love statements. You know, what do you need? Is there anything I could do for you? You know, like, how are you feeling? You know, that type of stuff. You know, I think that's love. Let's pray, you know, that type of stuff. Those are love statements to me. I have 3 teens. I'm only 33 though. How do I deal with attitudes without hurting their feelings? Again, it goes back to personalities. Just treat them according to their personality. One of your teenagers, you can cuss them out and they won't care. Another one may get depressed and feel that you're the meanest person in the world because you cussed at them and they feel disrespected. So it's just knowing your kids and knowing how to deal with them. And sometimes that's a journey in itself, you know, as moms. Parents, you know, we don't have all the answers. We're still trying to figure it out along the way, you know. And sometimes, like, when I read some of the comments, I be like, dang, some of my DMs are really mean, you know. And it's just like, it's sad sometimes. And Deshay's like, Mom, don't get upset over these, you know, what people say to you, you know. But I'm just like, you know, it's like, he's like, a lot of them are kids. And I get it, but it's just, you know, some things are, I'm still human at the end of the day, you know. All of us are, you know. And so it's just like, you know, we try our best, like, as parents. I know, you know, a lot of us do try our best, and, you know, that's all we can do, you know. So, and sometimes you will hurt their feelings, and it's okay, because it's growth, you know. You can't stop from hurting someone's feelings as long as you know what you're doing is right, and you're being the best parent you can be, and you're telling your kids the right thing. Sometimes feelings get hurt. It's okay. My feelings used to get hurt when my mom told me no. So, you know, let's see. Oh, let me take the lip scrub off, guys. I'm just gonna use one of Bali's wipes, but my lips are so soft. I'll dry them off a little bit. Yeah, but my lips, whoo, they get dry, and in the winter they get dry. But since I've been using this, my lips have been really, like, soft. Okay, so I'm gonna follow it up with the lip balm. It feels so good going on. So if you do this, see, look how they already look way more moisture, way more hydrated. You gotta drink water too. But if you have, like, smoker's lips, or if you smoke, if you, like, have darker lips, you know, both of the lip scrub and the lip balm have elements that will moisture and lighten up the lips. So, and it takes about 3 weeks for it to work, you know. Okay. I feel better. It's like, I'm just kidding. Kissable lips. So I'll put the link to the website inside of in the description. Is it the description? Yeah, and you guys can go order some, because I have in stock. Okay. Let's see. You're a teenager trying to live for Christ, but no one in your family is living that life, which makes it harder. That's what happened to me. I was going to church a lot, and my dad wasn't really into church, you know. And one time I asked him, I said, Dad, why didn't you have you ever gave your life to God? And he was just like, kind of like, never mind, I don't want to talk about that. So I was just like, okay. It was such an awkward car ride, knowing that my dad just literally disregarded me trying to save him or whatever. It was so weird, but I don't know. All you can do is just, I don't know, just pray for your family, you know? And you just continue to be, it's your life and your journey. You just continue to be the best you can be. And life is full of like, what do you call it? Peer pressure. It's full of temptation, you know, all type of stuff. But you just gotta stay strong. And if it's Christ that you want to live for, then you do that. My baby daddy was abusive to me. Do you think he'll ever change? He keeps saying he wants to move in with us. If in any situation where there's abuse, I don't think that it's a situation worth continuing, to be honest. That's just my personal opinion. It's very hard unless someone like seeks some sort of like therapy, but you know, sometimes mental abuse constantly will happen. It will keep happening, and then you don't want your kids to be around anything like that. Yeah, that's just one of those things where I just wouldn't move forward with anything like that, because it can get ugly sometimes. Great books one can read in their spare time, early 20s. I'll list some things. Actually, me and Brooklyn were just talking about that. She wanted to go to the bookstore and grab some books. I'll have her watch her story, and I'll have her put a list of the books that she ended up getting from Barnes & Noble. So just keep a lookout for that. But that's good that you want to read, you know, because a lot of people, you know, kind of don't really talk about books anymore. All I want is the title of the song of your YouTube intro. Oh, that's Deshay. I don't know what song that is though. I'll put it in my description. I'll ask him. I'll put it in the description. Being pregnant and about to be homeless. Find some programs in your area that help pregnant teens or pregnant women, because there are a lot of programs out there. I used to work for one of them in Seattle, and it was just like a bunch of, it was called the Teen Parent Home. So I had a bunch of girls that had babies, and it was such a beautiful thing because we helped them like learn how to cook for their kids, how to just take care of them and watch them be successful. And they eventually moved and got their own place and their own apartments and stuff like that. So definitely research the resources in your area. How to make a person jealous in a certain way. Don't waste your energy on trying to make anyone jealous. I know us women, like, we like to do that because, you know, that's just our nature sometimes. But it's not really, the energy behind it is not good. It's not intentional. Well, it's intentionally for a different reason, but you know, I would say just work on being a good person, you know, and you'll attract everything in life that you want. As long as you treat people well, you're always going to be okay. Remember that. If you don't remember anything else, treat people well. How to be okay with being alone. Do things that make you happy, you know. Sometimes being alone is amazing, you know. you have to know how to be alone in order to be with someone else, because it's like God makes you're single. Two single people get together and then they become a couple. But at first, you have to be a single person first, meaning you have to be alone. You have to know who you are as an individual. It's a good time to, you know, go to the beach, go eat at your favorite restaurants, you know, go hang out with friends and stuff like that. And at the end of the day, you still have, you know, yourself, you know, you have your peace. That's what I'm trying to say. I'm trying to get monetized on YouTube. What's your advice? My advice is do videos and talk about things that you really enjoy. And then you'll capture that audience and just keep doing it. Keep staying consistent, keep posting, and eventually you'll get monetized before you know it. Overprotective stepfathers. If you have a stepfather that's overprotective, just be thankful that someone in your life cares enough about you to protect you. You know, being overprotective is a person's definition of, you know, maybe just not being able to do what they want. But usually if a person is overprotective, they really love you, they care about you, and they're trying to protect you from things that they may see that you may not see. So keep those people close to you and appreciate and love those people. What to do when your mom doesn't show you that she loves you? Maybe she doesn't know how to show you she loves you, or maybe the two of your ideas of what love is are two completely different reasons, two different things. I would say you got to think too, like maybe her mom didn't show a lot of love to her, so that, you know, maybe she doesn't know how to show a lot of love to you in where you feel that you need it. So I would say you show that love to her, you know, show her you love her in a way that would make you feel loved. You know, sometimes people need, you know, their learning moments and their teaching moments, you know, parents teach kids all the time as well, you know. I mean, kids teach parents a lot of stuff as well. What helps you stay motivated? Whew. You guys motivate me. My kids motivate me. Staying motivated, just knowing that I have a lot of stuff to do. Knowing that, you know, there's just so much life to live, that I haven't traveled enough, that motivates me. Helping people, that motivates me. Having a little baby to watch grow up, that motivates me. Deshay motivates me a lot. Brooklyn motivates me too. Like, she gets up, she gets dressed, like she looks really cute every day. And I have a struggle with that, because, you know, like I'm, you know, like dealing with Bali, dealing with, sometimes it's hard to get out of bed. You know, I go through stuff too, you know. But she'll get up, no matter how she's feeling, she'll get up, she'll get dressed, she'll do her hair, her makeup, you know, and she puts her best foot forward before she walks out the house every day. And that's motivation to me. So yeah, us parents, we learn a lot from our kids. Anyway, that's the end of the video. I'm going to end it right now because I got a lot of dinner to cook. Today's Sunday dinner. There's a bunch of stuff happening. Andre graduated, so we didn't make it to his graduation because he didn't get the time and date. I mean, we knew what date it was, but he didn't get the location. So I'm gonna try and throw him a graduation ceremony here. Princess is going away to college. So we want to celebrate those things. Devo, I think, is graduating too, or he graduated, so we're going to celebrate him. I got to go to the store and grab food to cook. I'm so tired already. I was up all late last night. So yeah, you guys, thank you guys for watching. Thank you for subscribing. I love doing these type of videos so I could help you guys, you know, like I said, we all help each other. Yeah, so anyway, love you guys. If you have any more questions, you know, I'll do another part 2 or something if you want. But love you guys. Happy Sunday. Thank you guys for watching.